There's real bad blood here.
Canelo versus Triple G. September 17th, live on DAZN pay-per-view. Visit DAZN.com.
This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I've got to say I'm delighted to be joined by Sam Jones here. Thank you for making the time for me. Look, let's just go straight into it. Shields Marshall has been postponed until October the 15th off the back of obviously the very sad news yesterday. Queen Elizabeth that had passed away. Now, obviously in boxing, it's very different to other sports. Athletes are on salaries. They footballers, they have matches every week, sometimes twice a week, same with rugby players, horse racing, everything I've seen to do with sports. However, boxing, it's not the same. These guys aren't salaries. I've had a Zoom call with Gavin Gwynn today, who's telling me that, you know, he's struggling to pay the bills. He's now concerned about his fight next week. Obviously, today we've had the fight postponed. How do you react to this yourself?
I don't know. I've put a few tweets out today, and I stand by him. Do you know what I mean? I stand by him. I respect the royal family. There's nobody that sings the national anthem louder than me when football's on. And so but to cancel any sporting event is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is with boxing, which is what, again, like you touched on, and I mentioned it, I made it very clear. It's not just making weight and putting their bodies through like hell to make weight. They go through a camp, and Savannah, Clarissa, and on the other girls on the undercard, they would have paid. Do you know what I mean, for their camp? Like some of them probably work as well. Like they probably may not do it full time. They've got to book time off work, and when events get cancelled anyway, it's like when Joe Joyce boxed Daniel Dubois and we went to Vegas to prepare, that we spent thousands on that camp and it got put off. No problem with that because it's COVID, it's dangerous and stuff. But you can't cancel an event. Like people I don't want to get politically involved because I'm not intelligent enough to do that. But what I do know is that people shouldn't be not forced to mourn, but like we're kind of being forced to be sad, if that makes sense. Like it's horrible. It's horrible. It's awful what's like that with the Queen passing away. 96-year-old lady, she had lived a full life, and we should show respect to the Queen. But there's nothing more patriotic than to sing the national anthem before like the events. Like can you imagine like before Savannah and Clarissa start the British national anthem, the English national anthem was played, God Save the Queen, and everybody's singing it to the top of their lungs. There's nothing more, there's nothing better than that. And I think that's the way to go. Like the ECB have shown complete common sense, have come out and said, no, we're not cancelling it. We're going to honour the Queen, which is what should have happened on the fight night on Sky. Like they should have done a lovely tribute to the Queen before the show started and then sing the national anthem. Do you know what I mean? And that's what needed to have been done. But now all you're doing is, it's like, for example, if Savannah, God heaven forbid, Savannah or Clarissa get injured in the next month or so, that huge payday has been taken away from both of them, and like the whole card's probably going to get scrapped. Do you understand what I mean?
That already was such a hurdle to overcome to be made in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And just like anything can now happen, and I just think to take that away from them is just insane, and that's the reason why I felt so strongly about it. It's not like people say, "Oh, you don't respect the." Mate, of course I respect the Queen. I've always respected the Queen. Do you know what I mean? She's been in power for 70 years. She deserves the utmost respect. But I can't think for 1 second that she would want this to be cancelled, like in Ms. or any sporting event to be cancelled. What people don't realise is that you're not getting the money back for these camps. You've the money you've spent on these camps. So when people have commented saying, "Oh, it's just a month," no, it's not just a month. That's getting you. That's having a couple of days off again. That's getting your weight back to your weight back normal again. Then dropping down in weight, spending more money on sparring partners, everything. And people don't understand the costs that come with it, because it's not like football or rugby or whatever, where you're getting paid a salary. These fighters are self-employed. They are not getting this money, and that money's gone now. Do you know what I mean? From a promotional standpoint, it's a nightmare for Ben Shalom and Boxer, because they would have done their bollocks on how much money they would have spent on the promotion alone. Yeah. And they're not getting that money back. The fighters aren't
really bad for Boxer.
Yeah, they're not getting their money back. But the fighters themselves, like some of the younger girls on the card, like the Caroline Dubois, the Ebony Joneses, they're not going to get their money, their purse. They won't be on big purses, and they're not going to be getting it. It's like, I don't know. Some people rely on boxing to pay their bills, like Gavin Gwen said it. It's like, even if it's delayed, okay, but like what happens? They've probably structured their money so that they're getting paid then. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I could go on about it forever, but like, listen, it's very sad with the Queen. It really, really is. It's very, very sad. But to take that event away from fighters that have put their bodies through that, and it was scheduled, it was so close, like, and to take it away from at such short notice, like when they're like Savannah wouldn't have ate for 24 hours, like Peter Fiore said, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. But listen, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. It might not be everyone's opinion. I might get called distasteful. I don't think it is at all. I just think that sing the national anthem, like be loud and proud, and like celebrate.
I did read something earlier, and it sort of said that, look, this card was, and I suppose you'll agree with this, and it was like, this is an all-female fight card. We've just lost our monarch who reigned for 70 years, a female monarch. No, do you know what I mean? We've got this incredible female card. Yeah.
Listen, it's not just about the like, look, rugby's happening, football, cricket's happening. Do you know what I mean? Common sense. It's common sense. Like, it's not disrespectful. Celebrate her life by like singing the anthem and like doing tributes to her. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing more like boxers with Union Jacks or the English flag on their shorts. Like, there's nothing more patriotic than that. But just being kind of forced to mourn is not, like, everybody mourns in their own way. If you want to mourn, you go to the palace and give flowers, like. But being told, oh, you're not allowed to. If you're stopping boxing this weekend and football, but you're allowing people to go out clubbing, getting pissed, yeah, like, stop that as well. Stop that as well. Like, you can't just stop that and then not the other. I just think it's you want to show respect by like not putting on a boxing event, but we're happy for clubs to be open where thousands of people are going to go out and get trashed at the weekend. I just, like, I can't get the more honestly, I don't want to carry on too much, but like, because I don't want to go too deep into it, but for me it's a wild decision, and these people have bills to pay. They have bills to pay, and I just feel so sorry for all of those fighters on that card that have put their bodies through hell to make weight, to get themselves in the zone, to go and have a fight for 24 hours before to be pulled off, for the show to be pulled, is horrific in my opinion.
I mean, there's not much more we can say. I suppose we'll go on to the new date, October 15. I know that Misfits Boxing have got a show on that night with Hasim Rahman. I believe that Pro Bellum also potentially had something penciled in for that date. Do you know if this will affect that?
October, it's not been confirmed yet.
Okay.
It hasn't been 100% confirmed yet, but we'll see.
All right, Sam. Well, I don't think there's any more that
there's nothing more to really cover, but like, this is what I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm just personally, like, someone message saying, oh, you've obviously got a financial interest. I've got no financial interest in that card this weekend. I just feel sorry for all of them. All of those girls on that card, I feel so sorry for them. I feel sorry for the promoter. I feel sorry for all of them, because that card should be going ahead. It really should. And you honour the Queen that way, by doing the show, by stopping it. Like, all those people as well that have paid hard-earned money to book trains, hotels are probably not getting the money back. People haven't thought about that. All you're doing is taking away happiness from people. Do you know what I mean? Bringing misery to people, and it's wrong in my opinion. But Over and out, Parsons.
I will say one more actually. I caught up with Mark Nielsen, who's meant to have a show on tonight. This was before the cancellation of tomorrow's fights, and he told me he had a call with Robert Smith this morning, and the assumption that he made off the back of the phone call, and then he seemed very adamant when we sort of spoke. This was maybe 12-1-ish, that he expected the postponement / cancellation to happen because Robert Smith said that sort of he would follow suit with the Premier League.
Listen, I don't know, and I'm not like I respect the British Boxing Board of Control, but I believe the decision should have been made a lot earlier. Make it yesterday. Don't make them like cut water. Do you know what I mean? Like all night,
especially with like a 1 p.m. weigh-in, 3 p.m. Back to 1, then back to 3.
The decision would have been made yesterday. It would have been made yesterday. So make the decision yesterday. But listen, it is what it is. I think it's a ridiculous decision. But it is what it is, and I just feel sorry for everybody on the card. I feel sorry for the promoter. I feel sorry for the people that paid their hard-earned money to get there, for accommodation. The money they're not going to get back, and they're not going to get reimbursed. But nobody cares about that, do they? But yes, Parsons, nice to see you, my friend, and we'll catch up soon.
Brother, thank you very much for speaking to me at Boxing Social.